And let's begin. What is up, generals? We are back with Ultimate General Civil War, and this is the J&P Rebalance Let's Play for the Confederate Major General campaign. It's Fiasco, and we're taking a look at the camp screen before we jump into the battle. There has been some pretty significant reorganization with the army, and also some growth. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at our corps and our order of plan or order of operations for the battle. The left flank is going to be Albert Sidney Johnson's Second Corps. The middle here is going to be Fiasco with his I Corps, and then I genuinely forget the name of the general in charge of 3 Corps, but he has the right flank. So we're taking a look at that scaling has kicked in a bit because before I did this they had 68 thou, but whatever, it's fine. So the reason I'm doing this is that Fiasco has the mobility perk. Second Corps has the strongest artillery force in its number, and then the right flank is massive expansion, predominantly composed of less experienced troops, but honestly, I would imagine the force is surprisingly competent despite that. So let's take a look at the individual forces and talk about kind of what I want them to do. Did I not accept that? I guess I didn't. Or is this a different Dragoon unit? Yeah, it's a different Dragoon unit. Okay. Anyway. So let's start with Albert Johnson. The reason I'm picking him to handle the static portion of the fighting is he has the accuracy perk and nothing else. You have my usual solid core of 9 infantry, slightly buffered by an additional 2 infantry. So we're looking at a core of 11 foot, and then a support element of 1 Hussar and 1 Dragoon unit. And these are predominantly intended to do kind of flanking type operations. We have a sniper unit, we have 2 regular ranger units, and then we have a new kind of unit. We'll talk about what my intention for their operations are in a second. We have a pretty strong long range artillery package in and then also some close in stuff. So the Blake, the Parrots, and the Jameses are all kind of geared for long-range work. We have a Whitworth unit, also geared for long-range work. So those are all going to be working on counter battery. We have 2 howitzer units. So naming convention for artillery. There's going to be a number for the artillery, but I'm really just kind of putting the name of the gun in. Oh no, you're actually a howitzer unit. I really got to figure out how to separate 24-pound howitzers and 12-pound howitzers, short of, I suppose, the number. The issue with 24-pounder wouldn't be that big a deal. With 12-pounder would slightly be confusing with the Napoleon because that is also technically a 12-pound round. However, that was called a Napoleon, so it shouldn't be that bad. So we know what Rangers do. These are basically just skirmishing light infantry who shoot guns, right? So the new unit, we see snipers. That's all not really terribly surprising. None of this stuff is really new. The new unit type we're going to try and experiment with today is the melee skirmisher. And I'm titling these units Grenzers. Grenzers were a unit, a kind of regiment utilized by the Austro-Hungarian Empire through most of the horse and musket era of history. And they were infamous as rowdy, hard to control, frontier folk. So it seemed kind of applicable for the Confederates. And they were widely regarded as one of the more warlike light infantry units available out there. So they were utilized pretty aggressively, and they were often placed in positions where, officers wouldn't shed a tear, I suppose, if they suffered casualties. So I think Grenzer is kind of an appropriate term for my melee skirmisher, and we're going to go ahead and utilize 2 Grenzer units in the course of the army to see how they perform. So I Corps is going to look very much the same with the slight just modification as to where units sit. 2 infantry units were siphoned from 2nd Corps over to I Corps, and I Corps dropped off a portion of its cavalry division to support 2 Corps. I will likely keep those secondments. They will likely become permanent, and the reason I say that is, I don't think that you needed a full division. I don't feel as if I needed an entire division composed entirely of cavalry, and it seems like it's a more balanced force to spread the cavalry out. And 9 brigades of infantry, I might want to bump up to 11 and theoretically even 12 once we get to the point where I can start using more than 24 units in a slot. However, I do like the weight of support package. So again, in I Corps, we have a James unit, a Siege unit, a 20-pound Parrot unit somewhere around here. No, maybe not. Okay. A Parrot unit, 6-pounders, a big howitzer unit. There's the Parrot unit. So this is a very strong artillery force as well. A sniper unit and a ranger unit, and then the rest of it's the cavalry and then a block of infantry. So, and that's 2 ranger units. So I think 2 ranger units, 1 sniper unit is pretty much the standard force org you're going to be taking a look at as far as the dream for a corps under my current kind of organization. Now, I Corps is also the best. This is why they're in the center, the best corps in the Army. And by I say that is because I've got 3 2-star units. 3 rifles being the one that's the most experienced of the group and having the highest stats. They get the Richmond rifle, and the other 2 units are using the second best gun I have, which is the Enfield. We have, for the most part, retired 1841s. They are still present in 3rd Corps. We'll get to them in a second. I'm doing my damnedest to retire the 1855, predominantly because I don't think it's a very accurate weapon, and I don't particularly like it. It does have a great fire rate, however, and so that is its one saving grace and the one reason I'm still using it. Harper's Ferries are starting to be phased out predominantly because I just can't get them in large number, and the meat and potatoes rifle of the Army is the 1861. The Lorenz is a great weapon, but it's very expensive and not marginally better. Not better enough than the 1861 or the Richmond rifle to justify its cost in my mind. Same is true of the Enfield, which, as you can see, I've utilized all of the ones that I have, but I haven't bought more. The same general thought process. We've also bought all the scope whitworths we can get our hands on, and I have a bunch of other weapons I'm not really sure what to do with. I've thought about, what happens if I sell these off? I'm starting to get a decent amount of money for the weapons if I sell them off, and part of that is I'm getting to the point where I have a big enough discount that I can buy these weapons at reasonable cost as well. Artillery, we've utilized all the good guns at our disposal, and I'm trying to minimize my utilization of the 3-inch ordnance and 12-pound Napoleon, which is again frustrating because those were the 2 most common pieces of artillery in the historical war. Mathematically, however, they're hot garbage. At least in this particular iteration of the game. So we have the last, thing to talk about before I jump into things for Antietam is 3rd Corps, I guess under General Gene Williams, who also has the accuracy perk. He will be being replaced by any of these named division commanders who pick up Longstreet. I'd love to give Longstreet a corps. I'd love to give AP Hill, Jackson. I mean, these guys are all almost ready to do it. And I'm kind of like hesitant to drop them. Like, I'd love to put, for example, I don't know. I'd love to pull one of these guys out of division command and drop them in one of these artillery units. But then when you do that, the command stat for the whole division drops pretty heavily, and you start really kind of running out of your just efficiency tanks. So 3 Corps is a mini corps, as you can see. It's a smaller by 1 division, and it's smaller by 1 brigade in each division. It is still our solid core of 9 regular infantry. We have new artillery and another new Grenzer unit. We also have our 2 grenadier brigades, and these are all new units. 2 small counter battery Parrot units, and 2 larger 12-pound howitzer units who are intended for very close order support. Now, In the case of the 2 parrot units, I use the long range perk because it's a parrot and that makes sense. In the case of the howitzer units, the one that has a perk anyway, I'm using the minus reload time and accuracy perk because they're going to be up in the shit and I need them firing as fast as possible. I've also filled up the supply wagon for the army, and I think I told you I bought the CS Richmond rifles, not the Enfields, when I was prepping things. So without further ado, and I know this camp screen's gone kind of long, but I wanted to walk through where we're at as far as the construction of the army. We're constructed 41 infantry units, 42 if you count the light infantry. We've got the snipers, we've got Grenzers, which I'm pretty excited to see how Grenzers perform. We've got a bunch of cavalry, and I've got enough weapons and honestly enough officers that I could spin up some more units. I'm not super duper, I don't know. I feel like this is probably enough. This is probably fine. I am excited to see how we do as far as officer level ups and everything else. And my plan for this battle is one of what I would call active defense or aggressive defense. So you start kind of deployed in this area, down here actually. And historically, I think the way that the game, and so if you guys can hear this in the background, one of the reasons I moved is the place that I moved to is much cheaper and much more affordable, but it is still a very nice neighborhood and it's still a very nice unit. It's just near a railroad track. So you may hear that in the background, and there's a discount associated with being near the railroad track, and that's fine by me. I don't have an issue with it, but it may, I think it's mostly done. It may be in the background of the recording. Now, like as usual for the course of the actual battle, I'm going to go ahead and turn the mic down and then play it, and then we'll do the actual video of the fight at double speed and just kind of play it out with my audio commentary dubbing after the fact. Anyway, the point is I'm going for an aggressive defense plan. I'll just jump in and kind of talk to it when we get to the map. This is the town of Sharpsburg. Here's some shit. We got to defend it. Whatever. It's fine. I'll get to it in a second. Okay. Union dudes are coming from the north. All right. So the map expands a shitload, but the heart of the early fighting occurs here. And I've played it a lot where kind of I hold this line and kind of defend here. But the issue is the terrain kind of comes downward, and it's just going to kind of always do that. But if you take defensive positions here-ish, you really deny the AI anywhere good. Here-ish is good. And when you keep on going off into this direction, there's this great thick copse of woods right meow. There's a river crossing about meow-ish that they try and cross from, and you can kind of deploy yourself in a place that sort of blocks that off too, and it's good times. And then there's an action farther to the south as well. So let's go ahead and kind of click everything off except for Meager and Johnston, because I got to figure out what I want to put where. And as you can see, we don't get everything at first. And I could be like really stupid and just click start battle. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, so we want our long range guns. Where's my James unit? There he is. We definitely want the James unit. And the Whitworth unit right here. They're going to be early counter battery work. We're going to have our 24-pound howitzer there. The Blakely and the Parrot are going to have to wait, in my mind. Cavalry is going to have to wait. Snipers, we can bring one sniper unit. That's fine by me. And then the other sniper unit can deploy. Nope, not you. You get to wait, buddy. Sorry, man. The other sniper unit can come here. Cavalry can wait, like I said. Infantry. Okay. And I'd like to try and take this early so that they don't have the opportunity. If they get in here, shit gets real messy real quick. So I kind of want to I think this is not practical to take initially, unfortunately. And I'm not mega worried if they try and get into this space, because we can post up dudes meow, we can post up dudes meow, we can post up dudes meow, and they don't really have anywhere safe to go. Now, if you remember when I played this on the Union victory or Union campaign, my strategy relied on coming in over here, hugging this river, posting up here, moving down here, posting up here, and then using these two places as like little hubs to launch an attack into like my weakness right here, and then continue fighting in the woods until I got down here. And then once I was able to establish kind of a reverse fishhook along the edge here, the Confederates were kind of pretty much fucked. So the thought process here is to make sure that there's not, one should be fine, and then one in the river, and then this leaves me 3 infantry in the woods here. So we'll just drop all of there. Grangers are gonna have to wait too. All right. How are we doing? We're infantry. We got 4, 5, 6 infantry, 2 snipers. Well, no, 1 sniper, 1 ranger. That's fine. And then a net of 3 artillery. That's gonna have to do for now. Okay. So the initial force spawns here. You get a little bit of time to get yourself into position because they have to approach you as well. Like I said, I think getting a sufficient force here to hold this terrain in time before they get there is impractical. But you can probably double tree. You can post up here, here, and here, and then shell them out. Actually, that's a good point. Drop you, and then put you. No, damn it. Sorry, guys. Put you there now. Where's the Whitworth unit? All right, so I know it's a very minor switch, but it should make getting them into position a little easier. And okay. So then we can go ahead and you can be just basically as far forward as possible, and you as well. And then Mew, probably not quite so much. And then I really want you like just right up in that. No, you're a James. James is like a medium ranger. And then you like right up in the shit. And then the dudes get up there, basically. Oh, you can probably hear that. All right, so I'll be investing in some baffling here to keep that sound to a minimum, because that's almost certainly getting through. Okay. Right, let's do this. Boop. Okay, so pause, issue our initial orders. If you can get there in time. See if you can do it. I mean, let's push our luck. Let's just see what happens. We'll just, be ready to recall our forces if we need to. I think push the house should be okay. Actually, push the house for you as well. We need to get you across the way. You're probably okay there. Like, the whole point of you as a gun is that you're just a fucking laser beam. And then Meager and Johnston. All right, let's see how that goes. Now, one of the things that I wish I could do is I wish I could detach a skirmisher unit and kind of have them go there. I suppose for the early part of the battle, I can. And then obviously I'll pull Johnson to combat, when I need him to fall back. Or rather, when I need his support and stuff. What? Do you guys see this? Where is it? Somewhere there it is. Somewhere in these woods, you can get yourself a nice urban. Spot. Okay, well, I imagine that's probably pretty great to defend. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, let's just try pushing our luck. If we get there, great. If we don't, life happens. I expect to interact with skirmishers before then. All right, what am I looking at? This is the Iron Brigade. You fall back here. I don't want you exposed too much. Because that seems like a really good way to get dead. But yeah, a couple of random pot shots into the Iron Brigade I'm not going to say no to. Okay, so the brigade didn't split, but Huffman did. Or Hoffman, okay. Yeah, there's some skirms. Not terribly surprised. Shite. That is a larger battery than I would like to see. Another urban spot of cover. You gotta love when people near Sharpsburg build these tiny cottages in the woods, because apparently they're also like bunkers or something. I don't know. Okay, so this is interesting and worrying at the same time. Oh, how aggressive do we get here? I feel like really pressing this attack would be a mistake. Because right now, all I'm seeing in there is skirmishers, but they outnumber me. Yeah, okay, they're already in there. So there's another version, I guess, of the Iron Brigade. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to redeploy 28 Sniper and see if I can't get some shots on Monroe. Actually, no, I'm going to leave him back here and see if I can't get some shots on Monroe and remain stealth while doing so. And then, let me see. So if we're going to kind of draw our line here, double tree for you. Double tree for you. You're actually fine going where you're going. That means we're going to have like point blank dudes in cover here, which means the 24-pound howitzers are, in fact, going to get some good work in. The James goes to the house. Is this close enough to anything? No, not really. So also go to the house and see how that works. And actually, I might want to push the James up here as well. Okay. Sooner rather than later, I'm going to need to pull Johnston to go support the line. And I may want to pull a unit out. So I'm pulling 18th out. I don't actually want them in the trenches. I just need them over here quicker. And then we'll just kind of try that out and see how that goes. Yeah, that's fine. Are we gonna be able to do this, you think? Not that super effective. That's a good sign. Bad perks, maybe? Certainly annoying and hurtful, but not like murder. Alright, it's gonna take a while for these snipers to wear them down, but they're currently invisible, so we got that going for us. Or not seen, rather. Looks like 30th Rangers also getting to work. Good job, dudes. Again, I'm really, really impressed with the kind of stuff that light infantry can pull off. They do such good work. They really, really impress me with this mod, and it's great because my understanding is historically they were about that effective. Like they were just continuously all the time impressing everybody. And I mean, Okay, come on. Hurry the fuck up and get in the woods. This is my fault. For moving you too much, I guess. Okay, yeah, you're in cover now. And I think I need to get Johnson involved. However, the nice thing is the 2 artillery units are in position and at work. And at least for now, the attack is being led by it's a decent artillery package. 1, 2, like they got 2 splits, which is really kind of unfortunate, but it is, yeah, I mean, that's rough. That's rough. 1, 2, 3, so 6, 5 artillery units that I can see. I definitely need to get around that, obviously. Just keep them laser focused on their job of killing Monroe. I'm not crazy about using these trenches like this, but it is a good way to traverse the field quickly, and that's really kind of my big objective. All right, let's get the Whitworth focused on their job, which is to say killing artillery pieces. And actually, let's see if we can't get 30th Ranger over there as well. It gives them a pretty good melee bonus. I mean, I guess, yeah, screw it at this point. Okay. Can we cancel either of these? Yes. Excellent. Ouch. Oh boy, Iron Brigade coming in hot. But apparently that was enough. Oh, this always strikes me as being like, this is, oh boy. Like, until the rest of the army gets here to support, this is just going to be touch and go for a while, I think. But at least for now, we are trading effectively. Some clutch charge cancels, I think, have made a big difference. These 2 units getting to really kind of do their work in the open like this is really, really working in our favor. I feel terrible for 8th Infantry. I don't really know what the solution for them is, short of, I guess, sucking it up. It's not really a better answer for them right now. I'm going to see if I can't get 12th in there to take some of the pressure off of them. We're in melee somewhere. Are we? Are we actually in melee somewhere? I mean, must be. Oh, I guess it's over here. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's not much to that. That'll be over soon. Okay. Oh yeah, wow, that's going really well. Holy shit. Okay, again, I'm not super shocked that 8th decided it was time to get out of there. That is really not terribly surprising. I'd probably make the same call on their shoes. Okay. You just need to kind of stay there, I guess. Alright, so if you're gonna fight, like, that's fine, but I guess, just get in the part of cover where it's mostly okay for you to be fighting. I absolutely sympathize. I absolutely get it. Alright. Not ideal either, as you may imagine. It's whack-a-mole, man. Whack-a-mole. Get that melee bonus if we're gonna do it. Yeah. Oh, man. I don't really know if active defense is working as well as I hoped. That's going okay. This is probably as good as I could possibly hope for it to be, causing those kinds of losses on that unit. All right, but we need to be. Okay, god damn it. I know. They're right there. Don't shoot them. No, you're okay there. They won't be able to keep this up forever. So far we're trading better than they are, although admittedly not much. Okay. We're doing okay at kind of knocking out their artillery mission. Thing that I'm worried about is that we're giving a lot of ground here in the middle and relying pretty heavily on canister to kind of hold it. And that seems precarious. Let's begin falling back. Like we're right on the edge of like blasting these guys enough that they can't take it anymore, but we're not there yet. I can really feel this army is like right on the breaking point, but then so is mine too. Alright, get back. Like Hoffman's probably going to shatter here sometime in the very near future. Who's likely to try and charge? Patrick. Like who's the next thing we need to break is the question I got to ask, right? Okay, keep some semblance of a front line. Keep the pressure up on their artillery. In a lot of these regards, we're doing okay. Like, yeah, the army's beat up. Okay, that's sort of the unfortunate lot of... That's sort of the unfortunate truth of being the leading edge of the attack force. Alright, you're almost out of here. That's great. Good fucking job, 30th. Actually, you are out here. Great job. Good job, good job, good job. Oh, and we're starting to get reinforcements as well. It's the Grenzer unit. I'm of two minds about them being the first thing to show up. Like, they're probably useful, but this might not be the best place to be using them right now. When the enemy's on the attack and I don't have a clear line of sight to their rear or backfield. We'll see, we'll see. I am getting more things, so it's not just the Grenzers. Oh god, okay, good. We can get Rangers, they're good too. More infantry. We get Dragoons as well. We get more infantry. We get more infantry. What else we got? Everybody else got orders. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, and cavalry. Alright, so what's happening while I was looking away? More charging. Okay. These units are pretty beat the fuck up. Okay, so this is looking good. I've got a significant portion of my force now. Ah, the Blakes are here. What do the Blakes do? Good work at medium range, I would say. So probably very effective right there. Nobody else that I know of. You're new. Go ahead and fill in over there. Just keep doing this. It's fine. Mm-hmm. Because if we do this right, we should be able to wrap up Patrick altogether. And things have already kind of stabilized in my mind. Yeah, of course. Of course. Get out of here, Patrick. I'm tired of your 3-star bullshit. All right, what are you shooting now? Good work, gents. Good work. Take him out. Get this asshole out of here. Tired of his crap. Oh, come on, buddy. Seriously? You're gonna just fight this to the death, huh? I guess that's what you get for 3 stars. Come on, cancel it. Yes. Good job. Yep. Alright. Well. Cool. Go join your brothers. You've earned, well, they've earned the support. Okay, so there's one unit I had failed to properly place. Go ahead and put them there. What else do we got? We got a parrot unit. I think I hadn't done anything with them either. Go ahead and put them there. Ouch. Rough day for Hoffman, huh? Honestly, just keep going. Go away from them. And here's the thing, like here's what works about this. There's just not much left of their army now. You know, there's all these infantry, okay, fine. And my units are beat the fuck up. Absolutely true. No question about it. Especially poor 8th Infantry. Oh my word. 8th, 7th, and 12th. Good God. They really took it on the nose. But their artillery's out now. I'm gonna go to get that supply wagon, I think. I don't know, it just kind of feels like the wind's been torn out of their sails. So it's been very bloody for the first elements of the Confederate army, and that's, you know, obviously the kind of thing you want to avoid, clearly, right? It's unfortunate. But you know, now what's left for them to do? So we clean up, and we get ready for the map to expand. Very, it's an interesting opener because it's an interesting I think opening phase of the battle. Things were very tough, very rough for a moment there, and now we're mostly okay. And I imagine when the next wave rolls in, it's going to be more or less the same experience as that. God, these kill counts already. You could go man the supply wagon now. Yeah, I mean, now that the artillery is kind of coming online, things are looking pretty peachy, I would say. Doubly so because there does not appear to be like a safe way for some of these guys to retreat. That's always a good place to be in, from my perspective. So we talked a little bit about balance in the last video, and I suppose it doesn't mean balance as in like, oh, the infantry is unbalanced and they're too powerful or anything like that. I mean, a balanced army is one where all the elements support each other and no one element kind of... I don't really have like a good definition for it, I guess, but where all the pieces work together as a whole and where they're stronger for it, I guess is kind of where I'm going with my idea or my definition. So clearly we're going to go ahead and get 8th out of the mix. Let them just relax for the rest of the battle. It's unfortunate they're not going to get more stats, but they've clearly been battered to fucking back. And I say this because I was talking about the enemy army being unbalanced or poorly designed at weapons factory. And I suppose... I think unbalanced might have been the wrong word because I was just kind of talking kind of out my ass in the moment. But I poorly designed. In that particular battle, I think the army was poorly designed in that it, in terms of where it was on the battlefield and everything, was very artillery heavy, and I thought infantry light. But it's possible that infantry light in that particular instance really means like just poorly allocated, because there was plenty of dudes there, plenty of infantry and everything else, but it was positioned in such a way that it was really easy to flank around it, and it meant that most of my fight over the course of the day's fighting, I was able to hit it from the flank and then get easy access to its quote-unquote soft underbelly. And we'll go ahead and let him go there. Here we go. Here's a great way for them to rack up some kills. The Grenzers, that is. That is if they're fast enough. That's because, I mean, obviously chasing down skirmishers, if they have the same speed perk that I do, they're going to be just the same speed as I am, unless they're tired, which is, I suppose, a possibility. And it would seem as if probably they are. And I don't really need them shooting, except insofar as the firearm stack gets leveled quickly and easily, and that would be a good way for them to level up. Both the unit and also the commander. So Panda had mentioned that there were enough infantry that if they had been deployed in a more intelligent manner, that battle would have been more difficult. And I have to say I 100% agree. He had sketched the nightmare scenario of all of that infantry deployed in the edge or on the edge of that forest right by the river crossing, and it being this kind of thing that I needed to approach uphill with proper artillery support. And I'm thinking, like, man, that sounds horrible. I would never want to do that. So I think, okay, sure. I think there's ways in which that battle would be much worse, definitely. Or could be much worse. So, on the topic of a balanced army, I think you got to ask yourself kind of how much weight you want to give to each arm of your force. And that's what I mean when I say balanced army. Holy shit. Holy shit. I am shocked and amazed. Now, they've tired themselves out real quick. But that performance was well in excess of what I was expecting. Now they're tired, right? Now they're, they're still fine for now, I suppose. Yeah, but they're tired. They're tired. Fall back. Fall back. You're good. Oh. Battle honors to 4th Grenzer. Jeez, they captured a unit. Way to go, those dudes. Nice. So what I mean by, like, pick a unit or a function, right? So you look at my usual core model. It looks like I've got a core is looking like 11 infantry, I think 5 artillery, and then a mix of light support of some kind or another, right? Like light infantry, and I've got a lot of I've got a pretty well developed, I think, light support arm. Snipers, rangers, Grenzer units, the various cavalry arms. I think it's a well developed version of this kind of a force structure. I think you're probably tired too, huh? No, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. Yeah, we're almost certainly going to trigger the next phase of the battle. So let's actually let you back off. Let's let our guys get into position and rest up. Okay, so 11 infantry is intended to give a decent amount of area coverage and the ability to provide physical bodies and protection for a large physical amount of real estate. Take a look at how much terrain 11 infantry can realistically cover. I think they feel they got it pretty good. 5 artillery is a good mix of counter battery, medium range, and 1 or 2 batteries for close order support. And then the remainder, I like the skirmish units because they give me flanking, they give me recon, visibility, so forth and so on. 1 to 3, I think 2 is the sweet spot. Cav units is mobility and backfield stuff. And I think for my personal playstyle, that's, my version of a balanced list. So I've seen like Panda, he plays kind of very differently than I do, and Something Compass plays pretty differently than I do, and their force mixes might be different. Will almost certainly be different. But this combined arms style, just like theirs, they also do combined arms, just again with a different weight. It's not an issue. It's not. I'm not saying that like I do combined arms better or anything to that effect. I just do it different. That's all. And the weight or the combined, really, there's water there? Did you see that? Somewhere in there was a river. Whatever, it's fine. Doubletree. All right. And it keeps the force mobile. It keeps the force, durable enough in my mind. I'm trying to develop a shock component. I'm not like really convinced that Grenadier Infantry is the correct answer for that mission profile. And so I'm trying to figure out what the answer is. So if it's not Grenadiers, it's got to be something else. And shock cavalry is very much a glass cannon, so I don't feel like that's the correct answer. And you're what? Howitzers, so you got to be really close. Let me see. You're a Blakely. Let's get you kind of in a good position in the middle there. You're a Parrot. Same deal. Let the cavalry kind of rest up. We'll just let you chill out for a second while everything else gets into position. And I've got a supply wagon. Where are you? Yep, there you are. Okay, get everybody back into supply, shall we? Johnson, move to your new middle command post. Okay, so the opener broadly went well with casualties more heavily focused than I wanted in a small amount of units, but I suppose I can't really be that surprised. All right, so he's not long for the world. Hopefully we have a chance to get most of our guys into position, and then we can, we're going to trigger the next phase here in a second, I'm sure of it, and it's just a question of how much time I get to rest and rearm before that happens. And so, yeah, like when I talk about force balance and force mix, can you beat the game with like all infantry? Yeah, absolutely. Can you beat the game with all artillery or all cavalry or all skirmishers or whatever? I mean, people do it. People go on and they have these crazy YouTube challenges where like, oh, it's no infantry challenge. Like I've seen that one guy's channel, the no infantry challenge, and it's cool. It's a really cool concept. Like it's not my style, but it's a cool concept. And I mean, you can do it. Absolutely. It's not kind of how I play, but you can certainly do it. All right, so I'd like to move you down here so I can weight more heavily on my right because I want to expand out this way. Let's let the Grenzers rest. Where are you? They did great. These guys are really interesting. These guys are really, really interesting as a unit concept. I don't know yet really how to think about them, but I'm very, very impressed. So figure out what works for you. Is it shitloads of artillery? Is it shitloads of infantry? Is it like lots of skirmishers? Are you really good at skirmisher play? I mean, I don't know, man. Like, that's just figure it out. Like, I like melee. I like utilizing shock if I can. But I'm not gonna go out of my way, and I'm not gonna jump through hoops to make it happen, and I'm not gonna like use glass cannon units if I can avoid, or glass hammer units if I can avoid it. Like, I'm not super duper impressed with the performance of the hussars. They're okay. Dragoons are okay. Um, they get the job done, right? Oh, really? We're gonna shoot Hooker? I mean, I guess that's fine. Shoot Hooker. Interesting. Okay, that's maybe a little aggressive. There we go. There's our day 2. We are held under left flank will certainly collapse. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Sunken road creates a dominant defensive position that can anchor our right flank. We can defend it or must defend it. Blah, blah, blah. Guard the bridge. Yeah, that's fine. That all is pretty good advice, actually. Okay, so we've got some opportunities here, I think. If we can kind of take advantage of this and get in position quickly. All right, so you in the tree line there. Double tree? Double tree. Run. No run for you. No run for you. Howitzer there. James. Actually, yeah, there as well. Dragoons in the woods. I'm going to have them dismount and fight as skirmishers, and then we'll get our hussars over here to fight as well. These cats moving up. 8th is over here. 1, 2, 3 eventually once you get into position. Okay. Yep. The Grungers are resting. They're gone. That's what triggered the difference. Okay. Supplies. Snipers are doing good. Good. Rangers are okay. Actually, let's go ahead and get another unit of Rangers over here as well. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so we have now parts of I-Corps. What do we have to play with? A 24-pound howitzer unit, a big-ass Parrot unit, field gun. So one of the field gun units can come here and defend this bridge. That's Parrots and howitzers. They can go up here. The fast field gun unit can also go up here. Sieges and Jameses definitely can go up here. We've got a whole new Union Corps to blast off the field, you know? We'll just go there for now, and I'll figure out what to do with them when they get there. Supply wagon. Go there. We'll figure it out. Fiasco. The same. Okay. Infantry. Or sorry, skirmishers. Yeah, all y'all go there. Okay, so now we have the infantry. So let's go ahead and get 27th urban terrain right on the edge there. We want to go ahead and just basically be like, no, y'all can't have this shit. All right, you there. I'm just doing these guys because they're here. Like, they're the ones that are around this area, blocking that bridge. And then you get some units that spawn. Let's go ahead and send, no, not a rifles unit. Them. They're kind of fighting like that. Rifles. Let's go ahead and get them up there. They can just go ahead and completely cave in that flank by themselves. And then these cats as well. So there's also a river crossing up Mia, and I think sometimes the AI crosses it. So let's just go ahead and get some dudes right there to defend that, just to play it safe. All right, let's see who does not move when I press play. Yep, there's that core. Coming into position. Looks like everyone's moving. Oh, nope, not you. You're a 10-pound parrot unit. So I got one. Yeah, 10-pound parrots are fine. Put you there. All right, establish the front line. We establish the front line. I feel like it's going to be much better, much more okay. Let's get those Grenzers in there. They'll be a great little backstop unit against things. Against attacking Union infantry. Yep, that was a concern as well. That's fine. Alright, yep, let's have them dismount and fight on foot. So now that we're here, this is why I like this aggressive defense. Phase 1, I think it would probably be better for the army to fight back here. This would almost be, for sure, a better position for the Confederate army. But now, look at the aggressive defense, or the active defense. They've just got nowhere good to fight. And they have to. They're compelled by the map to come fight me, but they can't. Not really. And that's why... Oh, shit. I didn't do anything with the cavalry. That's fine, I suppose, all things considered. There are worse sins in the world. Crawford's in a bad place. I mean, there's just not really a good, there's not really a good angle for them to attack from. There are almost certainly going to be attempts. No. Gosh darn it. Ugh, I misclicked, and now the thing has to just unlimber and reload. I mean, fortunately, the Whitworth does reload fairly quickly, but that's just kind of like, come on, guys. Don't screw me on this, All right, so... Let's see the amazing Cook and Brother musket at work. Honestly, I don't know if this is historically... wait, no. I don't know if this is historically accurate. I have no idea. If this is just kind of a gaffe of the balance system, or if the Cook and Brothers musket was actually a very, well-liked and highly sought-after cavalry musket. Honestly, I just frankly couldn't tell you. Oh, what is this? That's interesting. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him. All right. Let's get one of our Ranger units right here supporting the 33rd. Fighting 33rd. Let's get the 17th Ranger supporting. We'll get we got our 24-pound howitzer and James unit also in position. 22nd and 14th Infantry are moving on to the extreme Confederate right flank to support and take on Goodrich, while 2nd Dragoon continues to try and fight him down. We have a new sniper unit in position. Let's see if they can't get some shots off on the artillery, because that's the big issue. Oh, nice. Petite is almost completely knocked out here. Yep. Excellent. One whole Union artillery unit just completely knocked off the fight. And admittedly, this part is kind of being cheesy as fuck. You know? Like, yeah. Maybe not the most genuine fighting thing, but I'm aware of the fact that a whole division spawns right about here. And let's just counter it, shall we? Uh-oh, the Irish Brigade split. Irish Brigade. ATM machine. That's that level of, that level of fun redundancy. It's the Department of Redundancy Department. That kind of dumb shit. Okay, so things are going really, really well. I think far better than I have any reasonable amount of expectation to have. Or reasonable right to expect. Especially now that the artillery's online. I mean, things are definitely going to start... Things are going to start unfolding pretty quick now that the Confederate artillery's online. Let's go ahead and fall both the snipers and the dragoons back. Let the infantry handle this. This is their fight. Oh, and the artillery. Get them to kick Goodrich out of there. Also, Goodrich is doing a great job holding me up. Like he's doing a really good job kind of just making my life difficult. What kind of parrot are you? 10-pounder? Alright. We'll let the Blakely just kind of shoot whatever it wants to shoot. But we'll put the 10-pounder parrot and the Whitworth on counter battery work. Yeah, Goodrich is doing a great job. Like, he's holding me up, because I've got all this stuff ready to go ahead and cave in the Union left. Right up in here and just start pushing. Get up on this line, get some artillery on here and just start pushing. And there's nothing that can do it. I don't have anything to do it with. Because I can't really assault Goodrich here in the woods. Not safely, anyway. Ooh, 2 different portions of the Philadelphia Brigade coming in for funsies. You're really going for it. Oh, there you go. They stopped up. And they're like, maybe not. I guess this is kind of a bad idea. However, I think we're going to be able to blast him out of here, and, you know, it's going to cost me part of 14th, but we'll be able to get him out. And then we'll have infantry just deployed up on this line, blasting the shit out of their cannon, and that should be... I don't want to say that's all she wrote, but that should definitely be a problem for them. They've got the weight right now to kind of really cause me some serious issues. They press the attack and just accept that one of their brigades is going to get fucking slaughtered. And I'm interested because I kind of want to commit over here with these forces and start kind of pushing them, but I want to move them out of this block of woods into the open here. That's like where I want them to go. So we'll see if we can't get them there. Gosh, the James, why are you taking so long? Is it because I clicked you together? I'll bet it is. Yeah, almost immediately it takes it's faster. Good times. Dudes, once the siege gun gets online, like, it's just like, battle cruiser has arrived. It's gonna be some real shit when this guy gets into position. You gonna make it? Yeah, I think so. Oh, they decided not to at the very last moment, but it was too late because I decided I wanted to have some fun in melee. Yarg! Although, honestly, pull the Grenzers back at this point, unfortunately. Yeah, fall back. Just stay in your hidey hole and shoot. Yar. This army's not built for melee. Well, it's getting there. I say that. It's like, I say it's not built for melee, and then I'm kind of like, well... but it could be. It can really do some pretty good work in hand-to-hand, I gotta be honest. Selectively, obviously. It's not a whole army-wide thing. It's not an army-wide capacity or anything like that. It's just selectively they're pretty okay in melee. Alright, Goodrich is 60-some-odd% casualties. I can't imagine he's much longer for this world. And once that happens, we're going to kind of begin the offensive proper. Alright, but to do that, let's go ahead and begin pushing up. Ooh, and let's also get Rebel Fiasco to go ahead and keep them in line. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. They've been being shelled to shit and back. That's absolutely fine. Let's get a skirmisher swarm going in here. I think that is the correct answer to all this artillery, is skirmisher swarm. And maybe a Grenzer unit, actually, now that I think on it. Because the middle's no longer in as serious a threat as I would imagine it was initially. Goodrich Mark II as well. Also fun. Yeah, so the skirmishers don't take as much damage from the artillery. They still do take some. Don't think it's not, you know, present as a threat. It's just not as much. Yep, there you go. Goodbye, Goodrich. Maybe. Please just go away. Yeah. I'd say Goodrich is gone. Sniper is doing surprisingly, or skirmisher is doing surprisingly good work. Actually, not really. I'm not that surprised that skirmishers do good work anymore in melee combat. That's like... Now it's just kind of expected that skirmishers are going to do pretty good in melee combat. And now is the time when I cave in the Union right. Cave the Union right in. Uh-oh. They just got reinforcements. From where, one wonders. I'll tell you, I have a suspicion from where. Okay. Plenty of cover. Good artillery coverage. Yeah. Okay, artillery coverage. Yeah, that's not great. But that's okay. The idea is that you blow your canister on a unit that you're not going to hurt as much as another unit, and then I send in the unit that will do a lot of harm to you. Get in there, get in there. Come on, last possible second. And charge. No! Yes. Okay. Slocum's division is attacking. From where? Oh, okay, great. Yeah, that's fine, man. More into the meat grinder as far as I'm concerned. This isn't going as, like, clear-cut as I was kind of expecting or hoping it would go, but it's still going fine, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. I'd say it's mostly fine. That's good. Mostly mission accomplished. Up here. It's the Grunzer unit. This sort of shit's exactly the kind of thing they need to be doing. Perfect. Perfect. Excellent. And so I think what happens is, based on the fact that there's a new division entering the field, I just kind of take out this last cannon unit and retreat. Maybe I get greedy. See if we can't knock out Best Part 2. No. If I can get them... Smith's division spotted. Quite a few divisions coming in, actually. Interesting. Oh no! It's a total surprise, I'm sure. I had no idea they were going to be here. Oh no! What a total and complete shock this is. There's certainly no indication I knew this was coming. Alright, so this is a bit gamey, right? Sort of a dick move. Keep the back door closed. Alright. I guess in case they try and rout or retreat around me or something. So there's 2 new divisions entering the fray from the top right corner. I think it is probably unrealistic to imagine that I'm going to get all the way. Well, see, you say that. Don't get greedy, man. Okay, there's quite a few troops now kind of coming onto the board. Let's go ahead and discretion, something, discretion, valor. Let's damage what we can and get out. This is still, crushing levels of damage dealt to their, some of their support apparati. What the fuck? Where are you going? Good Lord. Excellent. Yeah, so this is like great, but I kind of don't want to hold this whole flank up with light infantry. Like again, I really want to cave the fucker in with my rifle units. So let's fall back before we end up. What? What? Oh. Another one? Interesting. Damn it. Intel team. My S2 shop did a really good job telling me about this whole thing over here, but they seem to have missed the ball on Russia's Lancers. It's fine. I mean, we have troops in position, so it's going to be fine, but... And this is just sad. This is terrible. Jesus, that's got to be a split unit. Oh, nice. Excellent. Russia's Lancers can go guard that recon point. Okay. Well, I think the snipers may have caved in the flank for me. We have to use the advantage the battlefield gives me. This was not my plan. I'm not complaining about it because it's kind of an okay outcome. So the AI is like completely ceded this part of the battlefield to me. You notice that? So let's go ahead and redeploy. And let's see what we can do. I really don't want you focused on killing Franklin right now, buddy. Swap them out so they can rest up or split the casualties a bit. And that's all going really well. What? No. Stop it with the general. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, get the fuck back. You can't be trusted. Oh, okay. Blocked by a supply wagon. Get the hell out of Dodge then. Okay. How we doing down here, gents? Mostly good, looks like. Yep. Good job. Okay, so this is all kind of working more or less kind of how I wanted it to work. I'm slowly pushing with light elements into this copse of trees, and as you can see, I'm moving my rifle core into hopefully kind of a bisecting position, and they're going to use their 2-star accuracy and great rifles to really just cause all kinds of havoc for the enemy. But there's not a lot of safe terrain left for the AI, and they're mostly in it, to be honest with you. And I'm trying to kick them out of the safe terrain that they have to play in. Very interesting. Alright. Get the field gun into position. We're still not really in a place where I can do anything with the Grenzers just yet, but they're going to be very interesting once they're kind of online. Whitworths have had a great damn day. Holy shit. Those guns are going to be... I'm pretty excited about what happens when I get Whitworths online. Okay. So now the second part of supporting that attack is to do so from this direction. Keep using my snipers. Okay. You're not done yet? Come on, dudes. Excellent. No need to run. That's fine. Perfect. Perfect. Let's get 21st in there as support. Just kind of close our loop here, and then take this line right there. Yep, that's fine. Actually, no. This is basically exactly what I envisioned bringing the rifled units in for. This is exactly the kind of thing they should be doing. And having units like that does me no good if I baby them and don't use them. Okay. Sort of the attack is coming online now. I'm getting so far as the units are just getting degraded to fucking back. Like, come on, man. How much more do you really have in you? Yeah. Good counter battery work on some of those units. Yep, I need to get them a supply wagon up there. I think I've got one coming, yeah. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and pull back to the ridge line. Shouldn't be an issue, but, you know, sooner or later the map's going to expand. Let's be ready for it when it does. Yeah, this is going pretty okay. Aggressive defense really sucks up front, but it sets you up for this very safe middle portion of the battle, and then the micro core or mini core should have its work cut out for it in the third phase of the battle. But hopefully we should be able to split off some of the forces in the middle here to support them, and they should be okay. They should probably be okay. It's nice that I get to use these captured units to sort of man all the recon points, because I have really good visibility of the battlefield now. You know, I've got a very good idea of what's going on, and that part of it feels very good to have that kind of vision and recon or information about, you know, what all's going on, who's where, all that kind of stuff. It's good information to have, and it's empowering me to fight in the most effective manner possible. By which I mean I'm not over or under committed in the wrong areas. You know, where are they? I want to see what these guys can do. I want to see what sorts of shit they can get up to. Actually, no. You're fine. You've had a day. You go in the woods. Right there. They're fast. They are fast. That's cool too. All right, looking okay. Pretty good defensive line. Good recon coverage. Let's get you back somewhere safe. KKK. Nope, that's a bad idea. That's a good way to get them killed for no reason. Just because I feel like I can. That's dumb. Don't do that. Where's the supply wagon? Okay, you're fine. Alright. That's looking good. Nice. Yeah, these guys they hit pretty hard when they do their thing. They do okay. Not shooters. It's fine. Get in the woods again. Yeah. Look at that. Look at all these. The light elements are really carrying their weight. Yeah, okay, I mean, these guys are just really punching well above it, obviously, but the other ones are doing a good job, too. They fire off that whole volley and get like 2 guys. Oh, it's so cute how bad they are at shooting. Ow. Ow. That's not polite. You shouldn't do that. Covering fire. I want to see what the Grenzers can do. I want to see what they can do. So you shoot Irwin. You shoot Irwin and so he gets scared off. You guys keep on coming. Minor losses. Point blank musketry. See what you can do. Just destroys them. Oh my goodness. Holy shnikes. Yeah, I mean that part's not ideal, obviously. But in the interim, let's see what you can do. Very impressive. That's not great. Even this is just like, what, those 3 guys, maybe? That's interesting. Yep, that's fine. That's not that surprising. They've been taking a bit of punishment of late. Just sort of honestly seeing what I can get away with. Well, the rest of the battle's all fine. Alright, well, I guess let's just let them rest. They're gonna keep coming out and then getting shot to shit every time they do. Yeah. The AI doesn't really have anywhere fun to go at this point. I mean, we've successfully stripped most of their cannon, it seems like. So let's just let the clock run down. We're in the best place we can be, in my mind. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, this doesn't seem like it's super duper exciting, huh? Okay. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. Let's wrap this up. Let's do as much damage as we can in the next 25 minutes. We'll get the third wave that attacks down in the south, and then we'll kind of have fun with that. And then I think we'll be done with this bad boy, huh? So, yeah. No, please shoot units, not supply wagons. '20th sniper's not the one that needs really all the experience. Not, I suppose, in fairness, that really any of them need all the experience, like any more experience, sniper-wise. I just kind of, I don't know, am trying to get them experience. Why? That's fine. Suppose I made fun of the AI when it did it, so it's appropriate for you to mock me when I do it. Led the attack with its artillery. Yeah. Super fun times, right, guys? Totally best practice. So the issue with the Grungers now is I can't, like, get them in anywhere because there's not really anywhere safe to approach with a shock unit, so it's all just fires, which is also fine, but, you know, gets kind of, I don't know, fires. Is, again, not very exciting to watch. I just have a stable defensive position, and then I shoot a lot, and that's fires. Let me guess, you're empty, right? No, you're good. But you're also fine, actually. More and more things starting to shatter. It's always a good time. Just trying to prevent them from crossing the river successfully. So I really like to loop their flank. That's like my dream. But I don't think it's going to happen. And now they're just kind of bunkered up in this little fort, which I can shell them out of. But that's not fun either. And I'm not going to make, like, boneheaded decisions in the name of good YouTube, but I am going to try and do fun things, or at least make it interesting to watch. And see if I can't make some of this shit work. Yeah, this shit's awesome. Yeah, these guys are stupid. I've been trying the whole battle to pull this off. You know, a good charge with the Grenzers to see, like, what can they really do. The answer is they're really good. Oh my goodness. Keep running them down, bro. Get those melee kills. If you can. You know, operative word, I suppose, if you can. You're getting some, but not loads, I suppose. Alright. Good job, Grenzers. Yeah, they've gained a lot of melee points too, which is great. And they're getting shooting kills too. So many stats. These shock units do like level up really well too, which is always a nice time. Okay, artillery's having a hard time keeping up with the attack at this point. Burnside attempts to cross the bridge, and we have the full map now. This is the full part of the battle. Blue Coats launched their last attempt to break us. They seem to mobilize their forces to pass this stone bridge. It is time to give a fight here. I reckon that is the case. Also, evidently, here. Yep, that makes sense. City of Sharpsburg must be defended at all costs. Also, a fair point. Yep, sure. Okay, so what do we got down here? This is the third corps, the mini corps, if you will. We've got a division there, or brigade there, brigade here. This, I don't know about this. We'll see. We'll see what the attack looks like when it tries to come across the river. Almost certainly, however, we should swap. The Grenadiers, yeah, in for the... Seems likely, right? Let's get the Grenzers there in a supporting position, as well as one of the infantry, the other infantry units. Yeah, there. That should be enough, I would imagine. We got these guys here kind of in a similar arrangement to defend against that, and then these cats will just sort of act as fire brigade, I think. Figure out what I want to do with them. All right, so we also have artillery units. One howitzer unit will go here in cover. One parrot unit will go there and see what it can't shoot from across the river. Same thing for the other parrot unit here, seeing what it can't shoot across the river. And I should have another howitzer unit somewhere in... It didn't deploy. Oh well, whatever, it's fine. Some things just aren't going to deploy, I guess. You know, there's not much I can really do about it. Oh, I'm so silly. There's the other howitzer unit. That's fine. They're good there. That's all going gangbusters. Let's get, I don't know, some units down here just in case, but it doesn't seem like we're going to need them. And in fact, we can probably try and force a crossing here with those defenders. Parrot. Doop. Okay. Get all the guns down there, and I'll just figure out what to do with them when they get there. This is all fine. Not good. Mayhaps I pull back from the trenches, or from the... Which is a shame, because it seems like it's a pretty good fortification. Yeah, good melee resistance, melee bonus, good cover. all that kind of fun shit. I don't know. Maybe I put some rifle guys in it. See what happens. Just stay hidden, bro. You're good. Well, no, fuck it. Whatever. They can't see you. Shoot. They coming across? Seems likely to me. If that's the case, we're definitely going to want a grenadier unit in there. That is quite the force as well. Interesting. Let's see if we can't cross. All right. Let's close the hatch, so to speak. They've got a decent attack force of theirs coming across, but we should be fine, I would imagine. Probably even with the resources on hand, we should be fine. If they're not going to come charging across the river, I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to leave the grenadiers in position, with the thought process being that they've got close range, like high rate of fire, but inaccurate weapons anyway, so they're ideal for this kind of fight. Yeah, that's interesting. All right. Let's see what you can't pick up. Nice. For a bunch of mostly rookies, they're doing pretty good. Yeah. So we're going to have this little collection of dudes try and come across the river here and see what we can pick up. And over here, the impetus is on them to attack me, so I'm really content to leave them basically exactly where they're at and say, like, hey, bro, come at me, essentially. I think we're mostly done up here. I love it. I get right there for a charge, and then they fucking stop to shoot. It's classic. Yeah, get it, dudes. Get it. I was pretty sure this was an okay idea, the whole melee skirmisher infantry thing, but yeah, now I'm like super convinced. No, but they're tired now. That makes only too much sense. Let's go ahead and free them, shoot them out, so to speak. How's the rest of the artillery doing coming down from up here? Is it not? It's fine. Okay. Snipers are fine. We can leave those there. Let's get the cavalry to cross. That should be fun. I think we're clear up here, right? So these guys have had a hell of a day. 4th Grenzer's had a hell of a day. Let's get them down there and see what they can see. I'm prepared to start kind of closing the noose. Yeah, so that's all of the northern front now. What? Okay, whatever. That's all of the northern front taken care of. Colonel so-and-so is wounded. Oh, by artillery, I guess? Yeah, okay. Well, if that be the case, let's go ahead and start closing the noose. And these guys will attack when they get into position as well. So... do-do-do. Gentle nudge forward. You're fine there. And then these guys right on the edge of the river, they should be able to shoot stuff. And honestly, the cavalry, I need them more here. This is a straight up fine, good old fashioned infantry fight. Once I get the artillery into position, shit's gonna get real quick. But down here, I do have an actual disparity that's not at the moment really in my favor, I don't think. Yeah, that's mostly going okay. But if they're not going to cross, let's let the grenadiers stop trying to shoot it out. That's not their strength. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, a gunnery unit might be better in these trenches than a non-shooting unit is the hope. We'll see how that plays out, obviously, but should be good. We got them kind of bottled in just about everywhere. You just seem really focused on the grenadier unit, which is strange. But hey, whatever, man. Supplies surrendered. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Let's get the grenadiers in there and see what they can start tearing up. This is the dream. Charges. Getting melee experience. Because I'm not a big shock guy. I have very little capacity in the melee phase, and I'm trying to build that up. So let's do it. Let's build it up. Let's get in there. Well, that wasn't very clean, but it was exciting. Holy shit. Look at these dudes. They're going nuts. Good gosh. Good gravy. Oh, I must have gotten some of them killed by being an idiot somehow. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, this is how we're going to go ahead and destroy this particular element of their attack force, huh? This is not typically how you destroy an entire multi-brigade attack force, but hey, you know, what are you going to do? Sometimes you just need to smack a bitch, I guess. Yeah. How we doing? You okay? You seem like you're mostly alright. It's chaotic as hell. Like, I'll say that. This is beyond a mess. It's kind of fun though, I gotta be honest. As an ending to this battle, this is a lot more fun than what I had in mind before. And look at all the stats they're almost certainly getting. Oh, yeah. Heck yes. Okay. Yep, these two are up over here. We finally getting more online. Yeah, good. Whoop. Alright. That one's pretty blocked off, except for that's not good. That's no good. Nice. Wow, way to go, 4th Hussars. Good job. Get those melee stats, dudes. kind of. Not really sure where you guys are rallying to. So I'm just going to have a swarm of skirmishers kind of meet you wherever, because they can go faster than you. Also, if you guys are rest up, I'm going to, yeah. And have the Grenzers run your happy asses down, because I'm, like, loving these units. Grenzers are great. Maybe give them a better gun, huh? Yeah. That's all good. That's fine. These cats need to come over here and crush that from whatever direction they're coming from. How are we looking, kids? Nice and rested, maybe? No. No, evidently not. That's fine. How's the artillery doing? Is it in position yet? Sort of. Okay. We're doing good here. We're slowly but surely getting things into position to kind of close the news here and wrap this thing up. Come on, just go away. Yeah, here you go. That's what I'm talking about. Wish they would kind of try and come across the bridge. Be much easier to run them down that way. Alright, you mount up. Sorry, I should have thought about that. But that's getting silly. Well, that's fine. Jeez, these new units with these with their no stats, my god, they go slow sometimes. There we go. Got them really on the ropes. I think that's all she wrote. Except for this nonsense, however long that takes. But this isn't, that's barely even worth noting. We're paying attention to at this point. Let's get the other grenadiers in there. Yeah. Fun. They kind of are fun. I don't really know how, like, optimized this playstyle is, but I'm having a good time, and screw it. It's, I can't argue with the all the dead Union soldiers. Kill ratios aren't exactly as beneficial for me as they might be otherwise, but that's okay. If I just let the artillery handle this battle, it ends up, kind of being boring. I think he knew dragoons were coming for him. Whoever the dragoons come running for, they're like, oh, I guess not. I gotta say, yeah, I think grenadiers of some kind or another do really work. They really do work. It's maybe not as efficient, but they are quite dynamic. It is hard to beat the efficacy I'm seeing when I play them. Wow. So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap the battle up pretty soon here. So just as I guess kind of a channel heads up. I'm out of town for business for the next week and a half after this episode comes out. So I will, you will not get one next week. I'll record as soon as I get back, after I sleep and everything. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about the trip. Thanks for your patience with the move. Thanks for your patience with work. Work traveling and everything, but the series is going well. I'm pretty excited about the Confederate Army as it gets a bit more dynamic and mobile. This particular battle was very aggressive, and the army is built, I think, in a way that it can handle that kind of a workload. So yeah, I think adding melee to the mix like this is definitely going to be more costly. There's no getting around that. But I'm not necessarily sure that that's a bad thing. Costly is a bad thing, clearly, but I'm not necessarily sure that we can't handle it, or that the additional melee capacity is a bad thing, because there are for sure going to be battles, I imagine, down the line where we're going to need to be aggressively capturing defended structures. So, yeah, additional melee capacity is something I should be developing ASAP, as much as I can. So we're doing that, and hey, that was Antietam. Actually, I'm surprised there's not more Antietam to be had. Oh, there's more guys in here. All right. Let's let the Grenzers handle it. Ha! Super fun. All right, goals do the things. Here's the officers I had. Let's take a look. 6,000 to 62,000. Shit. Yeah, and some medicine kicked in there. We lost a couple guns. They lost a lot more guns. We lost some cavalry. They lost a lot more cavalry. We didn't get anybody captured. They had some guys captured. Yeah, I don't know. It went okay. The balance numbers Oh, geez. All the snipers had a great day, both versions of them. The Hussars, the Artillery. Whitworth's brand new unit showed up like crazy. That's cool. Officers, lots of promotions. General. We made 2 generals. Bernard B. made brigadier. He's been due for a while, I think. And Albert Johnston picked up his 2nd star, which is great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Lots of promotions and 2 wounded. That's pretty good. That's far better than losing that 1 colonel to be in the last battle. A metric shitload of 1861s. That's fantastic. 10-pound ordnance, whatever. 10-pound parrot, super exciting. Smith, money. Sharps, money. 12-pound howitzers, who cares? MGs is captured. Morse gets money. Yeah, pretty good. I'm really, really excited about this. That's excellent news. I'm pretty pumped about that too, actually. That's good stuff. This is just stuff I'm going to sell, I guess. Let's take a look at what's coming up. I think we're moving on towards Fredericksburg. That sounds right. Robert Lee. Oh my gosh. He's a 3-star. Of course he is. Money, dudes, career points, rep, whatever. Robert E. Lee. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Johnston. So you got the ammo accuracy perk up first. More accuracy, right? Shock. Maneuver. Yeah, just more accuracy. But I think we need to take a look at putting... Oh, first of all, we have our first division commander who's a general. Oh, thank goodness. Well, stop. You picked up... 13th picked up their rifles status. Good stuff. 13th rifles promoted. We're getting it. We're getting pretty good. I could field a whole division of rifles at this point in time. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 13th. Awesome. Great work. 8th also picked up there. They earned it, definitely. Okay. James. So, this is excellent. Mike asked me a question. What would I do with the James at 2-star? No. Maybe. Effective range or shot shell damage. I do them. I like mid-range focus. You can make an argument for either one of these. Pushing out the effective range is always a good thing. I'm not entirely sure that James is built for that, so we're going to go ahead and do mid-range focus. I want it shooting in... You see that medium long range, 28, 21? I want it shooting there. So we're going to do mid-range to really kind of encourage it to shoot there. Good stuff. Go ahead and fill in our 1 loss. 28 sniper, they picked up their 2nd star, always a good time. So accuracy and cover or shitloads more accuracy, spotting, and stealth. That's an excellent trait for a sniper unit. And we got a 2nd howitzer. They're going to probably have the same thing. Accuracy, shot, shell. Yeah, probably. Or effective range. Yeah, actually, this is paradoxic, I think, that I want with the... Well, I don't know. I'll come back to them later. I'm not really sure what I want to do with them. I got to pick one, don't I? Shit. Crap. Okay, well, yeah, accuracy, shot, shell for the 24-pound howitzers. We have a 10-pound parrot unit. They're going to be long-range focus. 10-pound parrot unit gets more extreme range. That's great. They're good at extreme range, so that's good for them. 2nd Corps had a pretty good day. The Grenzers didn't pick up a 2nd star, which is not terribly surprising, but lots of good stats. Let's take a look at how 3rd Corps did. No one picked up any new stars except for you, who didn't have one. And you're going to be getting reload time and accuracy. Yeah, okay. Good stuff. What do we get for the perk window? We get more Richmond rifles. We get 24-pound howitzer, Blakely's, CSR, and Fields. Okay. We are, yes, going to Fredericksburg. We got 2 small battles to get there. How big our brigade can bring? 30? Okay. So I'm starting to see I might want to put 1 point into AO. 1. I can get by with 1, I think. All right. This video's getting long, obviously. Perk points. I think we just do that. I think we just finish econ off. And just be done. The biggest expense. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then 1 point more into econ or AO in one of these battles. And then I think the rest into medicine, probably. I'm thinking. That sounds good to me. Go ahead and do this. I'm actually not like super duper hurting for 24-pound howitzers. So we might get more Enfields. The Blakely is fine. It's fine. It's a fine gun. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to like clean units up or anything in the course of the video here. We've already gone way the heck too long. Like I said, ladies and gents, I will be out for a week. Moving has kicked my ass and everything else. So we'll see you cats in the next one. When I get back from my trip. Until then, this is Fiasco. That was Antietam. I'll see you. I had a great time. I hope you did too. And I'll see you in the next one. Fiasco signing out.